Hello, my name is Clay. I'm with CPAP My Way and CPAPMyWay.com. Today we want to introduce you to the Dreamstation Go Travel CPAP. So this is one that we've had a lot more demand here lately for, and we really like the machine a lot. So we wanted to bring it to you and go over some of the features, benefits, and how it all works. So we'll start with it right here. How it comes. It comes in a really nice display box. Slide it out, open it up clamshell style, and inside you will find the actual machine along with a nice little visual on how to set that machine up, which is kind of nice. They plan on you unpacking it yourself. So to take the machine out, you just pick up on it. It's very, very nice. And then once you've got the machine out, you'll notice obviously that there's no cords or anything. So make sure you pull the rest of it out here. It's inside of a little compartment on the bottom. You've got your cord, you've got your tubing, and you've got your manual that come along with it. We'll leave the tubing out so we can look at that. Put the cord away. We've got one of those. So once we've got everything out, we can take a look at the details of the machine here. So before I even look at the machine at all, I want to show you a little bit about the tubing, because this is one thing that is going to be really important. So the tubing itself, you'll notice there's an extra little part here we'll get to in a second. But the tubing itself is very different than a lot of the standard CPAP tubing that you get. So this is a much smaller diameter than even the slim style tube that comes with some of the home machines. For instance, the Dreamstation home machine is a little bit bigger than this. And so it's something that you have to make sure to adjust for if you change the tubing in the machine. The machine itself comes preset with this size tubing, so you don't have to worry about adjusting it if you go with this tube. You'll also notice one has a little quick connect and the other end has a real small connection point there. The quick connect plugs onto the machine simply, obviously, just like that. There's not a whole lot to that. And then this end, as you can tell, is pretty darn small. That's built to actually fit the DreamWear and DreamWear full face Respironics mask. So if you're using those masks, the nice thing is it'll fit on there just like that. If you're not using those masks, you will need to use that little adapter I referred to earlier. It converts it back over to a standard 22 millimeter, which will fit universally any mask that's out there with a 22 millimeter connection, which is 99% of them. Okay, so that's important. Keep that in mind as you're getting everything out here. On the machine itself, another really important feature is, especially if you're going to be following up with a doctor, is on the side over here you've got a micro SD slot. And it is a micro SD, so if you try to get the standard SD card that's in the big machine to go in here, it's not going to happen. So make sure you do that. You've also got a USB port on the side, which is nice. And on the other side here you have a micro USB port. Okay. The other thing you really want to make note of on this machine is on the bottom down here, you'll see a little tab. That is the filter. So you pull on it gently and it'll pop right out of there. This one is the washable filter. It also comes with an optional disposable filter that's built to be changed monthly. This should be washed, we say at least once a week, but don't let it go more than a month. Just take it out, rinse it real good, dry it off, and stick it right back in there. Okay, so let's power this thing up and let you have a peek at it. The one cool thing about this is that this is the only cord. There is no brick in line to convert the power on the cord. So the machine itself runs from 100 to 240 volts, which means that you can use it overseas with a simple adapter. That makes traveling easy. And you don't have to worry about packaging anything else. It is just this one little pigtail cord here. As far as operating the machine, you'll notice you've got a touch screen here that is swipeable, and on the side you got a little round lighted circle here. If you press that, that is what actually turns the machine on. So you can set it right now, we've got it set at 4 centimeters in auto mode. It is a very quiet machine, similar to the Dreamstation home unit really. That's always everybody's first question is the travel unit as quiet as the home units? And in this case, as you can hear from the video, it is very, very quiet. I would doubt that you could tell a difference between this and your home unit. Of course, in the morning, you just press that circle again and it'll shut it off. Okay? You also should note that this particular unit will work with the Dream Mapper app via Bluetooth, as well as your doctor's software for compliance. If you were going to use this as a primary unit, that is perfectly fine, because you can use that micro SD card, which converts to a regular SD card, and do a standard download at the doctor's office, which is a good deal. You've got some options on the screen here, so as you scroll through, you'll notice that you have My Info, which tells you a little bit about your sleep data and everything. Press the arrow up top left to go back at any point. My Comfort, which has some of the features such as the ramp feature, flex level. And if you want to change any of it, you touch it, swipe right or swipe left, touch it again to lock it in. The same goes for instance, the flex setting. Swipe left to turn it down, touch it again to lock it in. Press the back button to go back. Of course, you got My Device. This tells you a little bit about the machine, what language you've got it in, and then your Bluetooth, which could connect to your phone, time, which can be adjusted in those 30-minute increments. And then finally, just some information on support here. So it tells you a little bit about your machine itself in detail, what the current settings are, some of your compliance data, and then of course you can do a performance check on it here, which is kind of cool. So overall, the machine is super simple, but one of the really cool things about it is that it actually has the ability to integrate with a battery that's actually built for this particular device. So this battery can go, somewhere in the neighborhood of 13 hours at a setting of 10. So on average, you're going to get 1.5 to 2 nights maybe out of the machine with this particular battery. But the cool thing is how well it fits. So to put the battery on, you got to obviously unplug the machine first. Give a little pull on the cover right here, just on this back corner. It'll pop it right off. And then you just take your battery and snap it on there. To take the battery off, you've got a little lock here that slides down and allows you to take it loose. Okay. So you'll see that the battery's plugged on. There is no power to the device. It's important to note that the battery has its own on and off button. So I'm going to turn it around so you can see the screen. Press and hold that on and off button until your screen lights up. At this point, it's being powered by the battery to give you an immediate understanding of what the battery level is at. Then you will plug your plug into the back of the battery the same way it was in the back of the machine, which is kind of cool. And then of course you'll see on the screen here that it signifies that it is plugged in, which lets you know that it's charging. If the machine, or if you do not have power, for instance, the battery is just running on battery, it's usually best to turn it off when it's not in use so it doesn't consume any power. So press and hold that button again until it shuts the device down. That way you don't lose any battery during the day if you know you can't recharge. Okay? And then of course, to take the battery back off, like we said, the little release button allows you to get your old little cap, slap it back on there, and it's ready to rock and roll again. So this is the Dreamstation Go. We like it a lot. If you have any questions, please let us know. Feel free to comment or share this. If you'd like to hear more about it, please give us a call. The number is 844-289-4789. And of course, always at cpapmyway.com. We'd be happy to help. Have a great day.